Hello, welcome to Economics 310, Environmental Economics, an online course for the spring semester of 2017. This clip I intend to be very brief. I just want to go one more time very quickly over some of the essentials by which we're going to conduct this course. It is very important, since it's an online course, that all of these things be clarified right from the beginning so that we will be able to avoid any potential problems or obstacles as the course goes by. The first thing, I made a list of around 7 things, so I want to just go ahead and make sure that we touch upon all of them. The first thing is the fact that there will be obviously a syllabus. The syllabus is designed in such a way as to have our first meeting or our weekly meeting, if you want to think of it that way, on Friday. So there will be an assignment every Friday, with the exceptions obviously of the days that are off. The syllabus will note that. But we're going to assume that the first time that we meet, that's to say your first assignment, is for January the 27th. So I'll try to have the syllabus and most of the assigned material posted to Facebook by January 27th, by Friday. I will try to have it done before Friday. But keep that in mind, that the course is going, we meet 13 times, so for all practical purposes, with maybe 2 exceptions, we will really have an assignment for 13 Fridays in a row. Actually, there is the spring vacation and there's another Friday whereby we didn't have anything assigned. The syllabus will spell out, by the way, the way that the final grade is going to be composed. It will be composed of a final, 2 exams, blog posts, and a paper. Now let me make it as clear as possible right from the beginning. Under absolutely no circumstances whatsoever would there be any exception made for any student under any set of circumstances. The exams will be held on the dates that are specified in the syllabus. The final will be held also as scheduled. The paper, the topic must be submitted by the date that is mentioned in the syllabus, and the final paper will have to be also submitted by a specific date that will be also mentioned in the syllabus. Over and above all of these things, you will have to do 10 blogs. I will give you later on the URL for a blog, whereby I will do a weekly post, and you have to read it and write a comment on it. You will have usually a week. I will also specify the date by which that particular comment must be posted. And you will not get any credit whatsoever if you do not post it on time, not even a minute after the deadline. So please, let us make it very clear from right now that let me repeat, there will be no circumstances under which we will make any exceptions for anyone. And another very crucial thing that from my own experience I found out to be really quite popular among some of the PACE students. They seem to want to loaf off for a while and then come and ask for extra credit. There is no such thing as extra credit. Actually, even if I were to offer it, you should turn it down, because really it's nothing else but discrimination. It means that I am treating one student different than another student. So I will not do that. I've never done that, and it's something that I will never consider. So you get the grade that you get. There are no extra credits, and there will be absolutely no exception to the either the timing of the exams or when the papers will have to be submitted or the blocks. The other thing that I needed to mention is the fact that the readings are going to be also put on Facebook. Now, because of the question of time, I must admit that we will not discuss them at length. Actually, we will not discuss them full stop for all practical purposes. So the readings are going to be there for you in order to read. Hopefully they will shed some light on the topic. They will give you a better understanding of the issues that we are going to be talking about. The online course, I might have said that in the other brief introduction, but let me just emphasize it again, is really a completely different kind of course than those that are offline, than your regular classes where you meet in a classroom. It has nothing to do with intelligence. It is the very simple fact, that an online course is to a very large extent really meant only for those that have lots of self-discipline. If you do not have self-discipline, I can care less how smart you are and how intelligent you are, you will have problem in an online course, because you've got to stay on top of the material each and every single time. You've got to do your homework. You cannot allow it to accumulate. Because all of a sudden you'll find out that there are 4 chapters and 10 readings that you'll have to do, and you'll never be able to catch up. And what is really crucial about this is that if you are to really be interested in acquiring an in-depth understanding of the material, then definitely the only way to do that is to go ahead and be self-disciplined and read the material and make sure that it is very clear. If it so happens that there are certain things that are not clear, then obviously feel free to send me an email. My email, but do not send me an email for things that are very obvious that you can look up. If it so happens that you think that there is something that is important, that is not clear, that needs to be discussed, send me an email to gkaram@pace.edu. I don't believe there is any other thing that I needed to mention right now outside of this, except for the fact that quite a lot of the material is not going to be limited only to the textbook. Now, how much is going to be from outside of the textbook, it depends really on what is it that I'm going to be able to record in some of these sessions. If I am to do what I normally do, we will find out that there will be quite a lot of the material. It wouldn't be something that is totally unrelated, but we will deal with the subject matter in a slightly different way, and we will introduce certain procedures for dealing with some of the problems, quantitative procedures, from outside of the textbook. But the material that's going to be assigned, you are definitely responsible for all of it in the text, plus all the graphs and all the problems that I will be that I plan at least to discuss in some of these video clips. Okay, so one more time, please stay on top of the material. Make sure that you read the syllabus, because almost everything, not almost, but everything that is mentioned in the syllabus will be implemented with no exceptions. So with that, I intend later on to say a few more words regarding the first 2 or 3 chapters. And I will do a separate recording of that. Okay, so for the time being, goodbye until I see you again.